You guys ready for applause? Good. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mulligan's Island on a Monday night. It is great to have you here. My studio audience is happy because Bill and Cheryl just walked in with pizza. Give it up for Bill and Cheryl. All right, and we've got a full bar here, and I hope you've got a bar wherever you are. You're going to need one tonight because I'm being joined by Rudy B, and I'm excited about that. It's a last-minute addition to the show. Of course, I was up in Phoenix this weekend, and Rudy just kind of hopped in the car, and I tried to shove him out on I-10, but he held on tight, so here he is with us, and it's going to be fun. He's joining me tonight, and then live in San Carlos tomorrow at La Palapa Griega, also at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. At 7 p.m. Eastern. But anyway, thanks for joining us. You guys know the deal. Go over to the fridge, grab yourself something fun to drink. I hope the weather is getting nicer wherever you are. And if it's still cold and you're still shivering, we're going to change that tonight. Also tonight, you're going to hear a couple songs you may not have heard out of Rudy B. And also while you guys are tuning in here and people are getting logged on, just again, I want to say thank you. There were friends of mine who showed up to my dad's funeral, and that really meant a lot to me that you guys would actually show up to the funeral. Got so many nice cards and emails from you guys, and you really are the best. I am truly, truly blessed to get to be with you guys on Monday night, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. And on that note, I say we kick things off with a song that later in the show you're going to hear a different version of, the actual acoustic version of the song performed by the songwriter himself named Rudy B. Take it away, Rudy B.
Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. The life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We'd all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Joining me live on stage
It's
at
me.
Mulligan's Backyard Bar, it's Rudy B.
It's me. All right.
Rudy,
Let's go.
welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, Mark.
Yes,
Why don't you play us a great song that we can have fun with?
I
We haven't
will.
played
Let's
together
do
in
it.
How long it's been? Oh, my gosh.
I'd like to send this one out for John Sherwin watching us in Minnesota. John, thanks for joining us. John and Carol, this goes out for you. Blue water and sunny skies, another day in paradise. Wasn't long ago we said goodbye. I ended up down here. Now who's to blame? I can't recall. But who cares? It doesn't matter at all. 'Cause I'm a world away from you, sucking down an ice cold beer. But things never quite work out like I planned. What you doing back on my mind again? Sand, dollars, and pesos, a slight buzz and a sunburned nose. It ain't much, but it's something to show for all this wasted time. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. I could tell you about the fun I've had. At first it really wasn't all that bad. The weather's nice and the people are too, so how could I complain? But last night when I was all alone, I left a message at the sound of the tone and said, honey, won't you pick up the phone before I go insane? You cut me off and you left me hanging on the line. Pulled out a glass and I chased you off my mind. Sand, dollars, and pesos, a slight buzz and a sunburned nose. It ain't much, but it's something to show for all this wasted time. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. Rudy B, take it away. Sand, dollars, and pesos, a slight buzz and a sunburned nose. It ain't much, but it's something to show for all this wasted time. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. Nice to have you here, Rudy.
Thank you,
Thanks
Mark.
for joining us. Thanks for hopping in the car and coming down here to
pleasure.
Mulligan's Backyard Bar. So Luis is taking requests over there. Luis, have you already got requests coming in from this crowd? Okay, good. Tim, we're gonna bring that one your way very, very shortly. Thanks for joining us from Illinois. Okay, sounds good. So if you have a song you'd like to hear, just let Luis know about it. We got Pablo and Anais running the videos and throwing pictures in. And we got a studio audience here with us
Yes,
tonight,
we
too.
do.
So that's always kind of fun. Okay. Anyway, you come down here and visit me, and you just might turn into this next song title. wakes up and he looks out at the ocean. A big old lazy sun paints the morning sky. Somewhere off the coast of Hispaniola, he gently rubs the sleep out of his eyes. He's on the third year of a 2-week-long vacation. Wasted too many years working too much overtime, just to surround himself with stuff he never needed. Till he hopped on board that boat and waved goodbye. Just the other day he took that cell phone and tossed it out in the Caribbean Sea. They call him a first world refugee, far away from the land of the free. He's got tropical sunshine running through his blood. Now Uncle Sam forgot his name, and he's never going back again, 'cause he's finally found a place to call his home. He reaches down below and he grabs that old spear gun, 'cause an ocean full of fish calling out his name. Jump overboard and he'll swim out toward the island, catch his lunch and come back home again. Now the folks up north say he must be smoking something, but they don't know what it is that gets him high. You see, there's something in these blue and emerald waters, gives him a buzz that money just can't buy. So he heads that sailboat straight to the sunset. Hey, there's no place on this earth he'd rather be. They call him a first world refugee, far away from the land of the free. He's got tropical sunshine running through his blood. Forgot his name, and he's never going back again, 'cause he's finally found a place to call his home. Take us to that place, Rudy. Boy on the guitar. Life is good on this side of the sandbar. There ain't no doubt about it. This is where he's born to be. He's just a first world refugee, far away from the land of the free. He's got tropical sunshine running through his blood. Now Uncle Sam forgot his name, and he's never going back again, 'cause he's finally found a place to call his home. Oh, he's finally found a place to call his home.
Sure. Let's do that.
All right, thank you very much. Well, Rudy is rocking up here. Speaking of which,
Let's do Under the Gun.
here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Rudy B.
Well, I've been wondering you under the gun? Well, are you under the gun? Well, are you under the gun? Are you under the gun? Well, are things pressing in, getting too close to call? Well, are things getting tight, your back's against the wall? Will you really overcome, or leave it all undone? Or are you under the gun? Well, 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 are you under the gun? 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 And was it worth it all, the things that you've been through? You better somehow for what you chose to do. For you did stand and you did fall, you couldn't win them all. And you're still under the gun, you're still under the gun. You're still under the gun. Are you under the gun? You're under the gun. You're still under the gun. You're under the gun.
Rudy B, everybody. Nice job,
Thank
Rudy.
you guys. Thank you very
Pablo,
much.
¿cuál cámara estoy viendo? ¿La que está abajo? ¿O la en el medio? Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Rudy. That was great. Luis, what do we got? Requests are coming in. I like it. Let's see what we got. Here comes Luis. All right. Beautiful day here, by the way, in San Carlos. Certainly hope
back
it is.
under blue
wherever
sky
you
for
are.
sure.
We are. All right. Cheryl's got one coming up. Caroline's got one. Maybe we'll slow it down for a song here. Caroline's watching us in New Mexico. And thanks. This is going to be I Love You. Caroline, thanks for watching this, and I hope you will get up and dance with Chris to this song. Caroline's been here in our studio audience before, and she'll be back in San Carlos, I believe, in May. We're looking forward to getting her back here. Great people. And this happens to be one of Elsa's favorite songs that I play. This one's out of the archives, going back to the original Mexico CD. Wrote the words down and I practiced them all day. Knew just what I was going to do. But there you are now, standing in the doorway. You're looking so good that I just kind of lost my place. So listen to the music on the radio. Take my hand and dance with me. And we got 50 watts of moonlight up above us. Ain't much, but it's all I really need. Just to tell you that I love you. There's nothing more that I can say. I love you. Don't know why, but it just worked out that way. Don't need no limousine, no moonlight or champagne. All I want's one moment here with you. Just to tell you that I love you. Just want to tell you that I love you. Listen to the music on the radio. Take my hand and dance with me. 'Cause we got 50 watts of moonlight up above us. We'll waltz across the dirt floor, won't think nothing of it. And I'll tell you that I love you. There's nothing more that I can say. I love you. Don't know why, but it just worked out that way. Don't need no limousine, no moonlight or champagne. All I want's this moment here with you. Just to tell you that I love you. Just want to tell you that I love you. I love you. Just want to tell you that I love you. Te amo. Solo te digo que te amo.
Beautiful song, Mark.
All right.
Such a pretty song.
Caroline, thank you very much for that request. I'm going to check with Chris later to see if you were dancing. And if you weren't, we're going to go back. We're going to pull that out of the video on Facebook.
Well, there you go.
All right. Luis has got some more requests coming in here. And Rudy, I see you've got something somebody wants to hear. So here comes Luis. The suspense is building. He's so far away.
Somebody once told me they wished I would play solo. So low they couldn't hear me.
Close. All right. Oh, well, Cheryl is here. And is she around here? There she is.
There she is.
Cheryl would like to hear a song, and she's in our studio audience, and she is what we call bottle throwing distance. I would keep that woman with the pizza happy. So, okay. Any All right. So, Rudy, tell us a little bit about this song.
Well, I do need to. For those that haven't heard this story, it's actually kind of fun because occasionally I do get down to Mexico with Mark. And it's wonderful when I get to, but one of the things, and I have to, I'm gonna tell you a story. It happened on the way down here. You know, part of my stories are that when I rode around with Mark, it seemed like every time we went into this one little whatever place, she'd say, right over here, just around the corner behind this tree, there's going to be a lady, and if she's got the blue cooler, those are the best burritos. We got to get those. So he would know where the lady was with the blue cooler, and then we'd go a little further, and then he'd know this other lady with the red cooler, and she had these special things.
A lot of burritos.
Well, Mark knew where they all were. So we're coming down here just yesterday. Mind you, he rams into the speed bumps that are in the little town. He said, I missed that one. I'm thinking, Mark, you know where every burrito lady is in Mexico, and you don't know where the speed bumps are? Good grief. Well, anyway, so where this song came from is Mark, of course, introduces himself as sometimes the policeman or at the toll booth or whatever, and he'd ask, maybe he'd say, ¿Cómo se llama? And he'd say, Mark Mulligan. And I'm thinking, what's this Mulligan stuff? Is he like trying to be a real cool rock star or what? I'm Mr. Mulligan. And instead he tells me, well, no, it's because in Spanish they don't have the oo sound or the ah sound. They have the oo sound. So it's Mulligan here and Mulligan up in the States. And so I just got to thinking, here's this Irish guy going by Mulligan. There's got to be something that rhymes with Mulligan. And I started thinking about, well, it's got to be hooligan. So the song, let's see if I can.
Look out.
Remember it down.
The song that will make me famous.
It will. Here we go. Well, I sang with Mulligan in a Mexican bar. He was part hooligan and he was part rock star. Well, I'm a guitar playing hooligan. Well, ever since I met Mark Mulligan, well, we heard about him singing in that Mexican jail. Well, there was giggles pouring. That's a really good tale. I forgot the words.
Want to start it over? Start the verse over.
We heard about him singing, well, in that Mexican jail. The rape ball to the head. Well, that's a really good tale. Or there was giggles pouring drinks in a living room. Well, they all made their way into one of his tunes. Well, I sang with Mulligan in a Mexican bar. He was part hooligan and he was part rock star. Well, I'm a guitar playing fool again. Well, ever since I met Mark Mulligan, ever since I met Mark Mulligan, well, then we heard about him sailing on that Hobie Cat. Or he's swimming with the dolphins in San Carlos, that's where he's at. Or the strange senorita, Elsa, and all 4 kids.
Here she comes.
Living at one of his gigs. Well, I sang with Mulligan in a Mexican bar. He was part hooligan, he was part rock star. Well, I'm a guitar playing fool again. Well, ever since I met Mark Mulligan, ever since I met Mark Mulligan, ever since I met Mark Mulligan.
Yeah. That is going to make me famous, folks. I've
Well,
finally been immortalized in music.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I've had some inquiries from some really important people. You know, actually, Rihanna.
She's a huge fan.
Well, she was thinking about it for the Super Bowl. It almost made it.
Well, I was still a little bit annoyed with her. She just narrowly edged me out on the Super Bowl halftime entertainment. Apparently, she undercut me on my budget proposal. So anyway, she got it.
She got it. It was the choreographed up and down stuff. I told them I'd have trouble doing it that fast, especially after a couple of tequilas. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Pablo, ¿está cámara o este ahí? ¿Sí? Ok, porque está de un lado a él, ¿no? Ok, se puede ver los dos. All right. Have no idea what I just said, but it sounded kind of cool. So Tim Scott's watching us in Illinois, and Tim would like to hear Some Things Never Change. This one goes back to the First World Refugee album. Oh, wow. We played a couple of those songs off that album already, and here's another one. I don't know if you know this one. You may not know this one.
I don't. But
all right.
Let me see if I can figure it out.
I'm just going to see if you can figure it out in the middle of my show.
Well, okay.
Appreciate that. Welcome to Rudy's rehearsal, everybody. If this sucks, that's okay.
I'll only play the parts I know. Oh, I don't know any. Okay, I'm not playing.
This is the one.
Oh, that one.
All right. That's all right. All right, Rudy, just act like you know it. 2, 3, 4. Messing around in the middle of class or counting down the days. But who could concentrate on first grade math with summer on the way? They called my parents on the telephone and said he's having too much fun. We're gonna keep him after school again. He better straighten up. Back in 1960-something, we busted onto the scene. Through it all, I had a ball. Look in the mirror and I see that some things never change. No life gets rearranged, and time has turned my dark hair into gray. There's wrinkles and some lines from years of damn good times, but deep inside you know I'm still the same. Some things never change. Was it really 50 years ago, or just the other day? Across the border down in Mexico, in a beat-up old Chevrolet, we staggered in and stumbled out of every bar in town, and prayed our folks would not find out, but buddy, we were wrong. Now the details are kind of fuzzy, but we woke up and the car was gone. We swore we'd learned our lesson as we hitchhiked our way home. Now some things never change, well, life gets rearranged, and time has turned our dark hair into gray. There's wrinkles and some lines from years of damn good times, but deep inside you know we're still the same. things never change. Tell us about it, Rudy B. Now the time just keeps on flying. The years, they come and go. We're getting older, there's no denying. Still, it's kind of nice to know. Nice to know that some things never change. Though life gets rearranged. And time has turned our dark hair into gray. There's wrinkles and some lines from years of damn good times. But deep inside you know we're still the same. Hey, some things never change. Some things never change. Some things never change. And thank God they don't. All right, thank you, Tim Scott, watching us in Illinois. I hope it's getting nicer over there, Tim, for you guys. And Tim, hopefully we get you back down here again, because last time Tim was supposed to be in our studio audience here. His wife was here, but Tim wasn't feeling well. You remember that? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, next thing we knew, he was having major heart issues, and kind of a drama queen, if you ask me. But just kidding, Tim. But anyway, he never got to enjoy his San Carlos vacation, spent the whole time in the hospital, and that means, Tim, we got to get you back here to San Carlos again one day. Luis, what do we got over there? He's got a request coming in. He's still printing it. This is hot off the press over here. 37. Okay, good. Are we good on sound out there, guys?
Yeah, we just had to turn your vocals up. So John Sherman said it was a little low.
Okay, John Sherwin is our new sound man. Everybody, if we sound bad, everybody throw things at John Sherwin. Okay? Luis, hi. Luis likes to build the suspense up these days. Luis, hi. This is your dad. Do we have any requests?
It was a really long name.
We're actually, like Luis, we're actually live with a bunch of people on Facebook right now. I don't know if you knew that. He's talking to his girlfriend. All right. Well, we knew this was going to come in. We got to. Should we do it?
We can.
All right. I see what. This is Dave Who, by the way. Oh, this is from you. All right. And we got some other good requests coming up here, too. So, Rudy, tell us about this song here.
Well, this one happened. It's kind of well, it's a real event. It is a real event. I was in a hotel at a little place called the Courtyard, and it was after work. And what we would do is the people that worked the same company that I did, we'd often have to stay there, as you know, we'd fly in and work across the street at the headquarters. We'd come out after work, and we'd maybe grab a beer or something, and we'd go sit outside around a little fire pit and just kind of ask everybody how the day went and what was going on. And this one gentleman just sort of stuck out because the company was Sally Beauty, and almost everybody that was there was some young lady that was all about beauty products. And this guy just was about my age. He didn't look like he was anything to do with beauty products, you know, like me. And so anyway, I asked him what he was doing there, and he just said, you know, I took a class today to learn how to take things to the Denton County dump. And, well, you know, I thought, well, okay, I've been to the dump, and so there's probably some regulations. So I asked him, was it just for the afternoon? He said, oh, no, sir, I've been here all week. And I'm thinking, well, that's a long time to learn how to go to the dump. So I asked him another question, and I said, well, then, do you know how to take everything to the dump? And he said, very seriously, yes, sir, I do.
I love this guy.
I'm thinking, okay, I got you now. So I said, fine, what do you do with a dead body? That one got him. He didn't know the answer. It wasn't in the book, but there was a young man there, and he said, sir, that's easy. You roll them up in carpet. Well, right there, this song just came busting out. Well, my neighbor's dog, he does his business in my front yard. I sort of ran him over when I was backing up in my car. Well, I didn't mean to do it. He just got in the way. And it never would have happened if he hadn't been hunting right there in my driveway. Now I got a body, well, I need to stash. Well, I rolled it up in carpet and put it in the trash. Then I put it in the bottom of a big old garbage can. Then I rolled it to the curb for the garbage man. And there's another verse.
'cause I need $100,000 to make an X go away. Well, I ain't got any money left to fix up my own place. Heard he was coming for money and the stairway, it gave way. Now I've got a body, well, I need a stash. Well, I roll it up in carpet and put it in the trash. Then I put it in the bottom of a big old garbage can. Then I roll it to the curb for the garbage man. And there's another verse, 'cause I've got this boss, he likes to ride my back. He starts early in the morning and he does it every chance that he gets. Well, he stepped off the curb when I was driving past. Well, you know, I just stepped on the brakes, but I missed and slammed on the gas. Now I've got a body, well, I need to stash. Well, I roll it up in carpet and put it in the trash. Then I put it in the bottom of a big old garbage can. Then I roll it to the curb for the garbage man. And there's a brand new verse, 'cause I heard somebody, they were knocking really loud at my front door. I went to see who it was they were looking for. My neighbor's dog, my ex, and my boss, well, they were standing there, and then they just grabbed me by the shirt, and then they just tossed me down the stairs. Now I was the body, they need a stash. So they rolled me up in carpet, put me in the trash. Then they put me in the bottom of a big old garbage can. And they waited on the curb for the Denton County Garbage man.
With an added bonus verse just for Facebook. Aren't you guys all this and no cover charge? Wow.
There's all kinds of comments about the ransom and that perhaps Rudy should go home in a carpet. Wasn't my idea.
You know the most we've been offered so far is 5 pesos. Although I
I
think
thought I was worth more than that.
nope,
That's
nobody
terrible.
offered me run, but somebody offered to fly me the hell out of here. So, all right, we got some more requests here. Mike is watching. Let's see, Mike Savoy. I think I'm saying your name right, Mike. Mike and Mona watching us. Rudy, we haven't done this song in a long time. This letter.
Oh, okay, here, yes.
All right, let's give this one a shot. I like doing this one with Rudy, but it's been, I think, a couple of years since we've done this song. So
it's been a while.
we'll do this. And Doug, I got one coming up for you too. Doug, I just saw you at my dad's funeral. That was so nice of you, and good talking to you there too. And then, of course, your wife has a request too, so we got to keep her happy. Lots of good stuff coming in, guys. All right, so ready? 3, 4. Excuse me if I ramble on a little more than I really should. I'd pull this pen from this paper if words unsaid were somehow understood. I ain't trying to hold on, change your mind or bring it down. That's the last thing I want to do. But since the day I heard the news, when they told me about you, you're the one place my thoughts run to. As they take me back to memories I thought the time yet to wash away. I hear he's everything you never realized meant so much to you. Security, stability were things I couldn't provide, it's true. That wishing well ran dry, but if dreams could get you by, would things have turned out differently? Or would you find you still belong in the words of every song of our shared autobiography? And I wonder, would he be writing you this letter if somehow our paths were to cross again. There's this box of faded photographs that tells the tales of you and me. But I guess those old what might have beens can't replace what's bound to be. Still, if I could today, I'd call you up and just say hey and tell you how it might have been. But knowing me, I bet I'd say something I regret. Tell secrets best not share. So instead I wrote this letter, though I could still write you love letters. That's why I still ain't sent this letter. Thank you, Mike and Mona, for the request on that one. Haven't done that one in a long time. A little backstory on that song. I actually wrote that song up the coast in Keno Bay, and I actually dreamed I was writing the first part of that song. I wrote probably a third of that song in my sleep. And I woke up, and I had all these lyrics in my head. I had the melody the whole bit. Wow. And usually I try to go back to sleep, and then I wake up and I've forgotten everything. I never can remember it. So this time I thought, no way. I like what's coming out here in my dreams. So I woke up and I grabbed a pen and paper, and I sang notes into my phone and everything. And then the next day I woke up and I finished the song. Nice. So I find I write the best stuff when I'm sound asleep. Anyway.
Mark, that might say something, but I don't know what that says.
All right. So we got some more requests. I know we got one from Doug, and I'd like to do Mighty Soul.
Ah, sure.
Yeah. Little Mighty Soul's running around here, too, I think. Or is she off at basketball practice? Yeah. Check and see if she's here. She likes this song a lot. It'd be fun to get her out here for it. Doug, thank you again for being there at my dad's funeral, and several other friends were there, too, and that just meant a lot to me. So anyway, this one is Mighty Soul's favorite song. And I think I know why. Mar means ocean, soul means sun. Just in case you're wondering where her name came from, I never thought anything in life could ever be as beautiful as sea and sun together. At least until the day she came along. Help me out, Mighty Soul. Now, oh, whoa, 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 I love my little Mighty Soul. Her smile lights up my world. Oh, whoa, 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 I love my little Mighty Soul. Oh, whoa, 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 she's just her daddy's girl. Sure, I love my sons, roughhousing's fun. But there are things that only daughters do. Now that pink dress and those little shoes you're matching, I can't believe she's already into fashion. She's gonna break a heart or two. Now, oh, whoa, 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 I love my Mighty Soul. Oh, whoa, 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 her ribbons and her curls. Oh, whoa, 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 I love my little Mighty Soul. Oh, whoa, 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 she's just her daddy's girl. She's growing up too fast, and these days she's prettier than than the one before. Don't want to think about the day some kid comes knocking on my door. Let's see this. Singing, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I love your daughter, mighty soul. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. More than anything in this world. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. He'll be in love with mighty soul. But oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. She'll still be daddy's girl. She'll always be her daddy's girl. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I love my little mighty soul. All right, good job, mighty soul. Bien hecho. Can you believe 10 years old now? Coming up on 11 here pretty quick. And she's getting tall on us and getting good at basketball, too. So, all right, so we got some more requests coming in. I think Beth would like us to take you all south of the border. What do we got? Tom Copeland's got a good one, too. We like doing that song together, Tom. And Jason, I think we just played the carpet song. Yeah. All right, so let's do this one for Beth. That's Rudy B's better half. South of the border again.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. So Rudy kind of lived the video to this song yesterday. It was a last-minute decision to put him in the car and head south with him. I want to let you know that next week we have another special guest joining us, Bobby Soto, the fiddle player from 6.5 Mexicans, is going to come back and join us. That's going to be fun. We've also got this month Eric Schaefer from Tucson's band, The Other Troublemakers. He's going to be joining us. And then a wonderful entertainer you guys, many of you have never heard before, named Dave Munsick, and he's out of Southern Arizona. Plays all kinds of instruments and great, great stuff. I've got his album, and we just worked it out that he's going to join us for a show here. So the next few weeks, we've got some great guests coming on, and I'm excited about it. So thank you for being here with us for this. Rudy, what do you think? Should we take these guys south of the border with us?
We must.
Let's do it. 2, 3, 4. I got that green light at the 21K. Now I'm south of the border again. I'll be eating Dorado at the end of the day. South of the border again. South of the border again. And it feels so good, my friends. Tacos, burritos, muchachas, amigos, and sails out on the wind. South of the border again. A beautiful chica greets me in the bay, so south of the border again. I traded my dollars for a pocket full of pesos, south of the border again. So crack a cerveza, slice up a lime, pour a little salt on the rim. I tossed my watch, now I'm taking my time, south of the border again. Help us out, guys! South of the border again. And it feels so good, my friends. Tacos, burritos, muchachas, amigos, and sails out on the wind. South of the border again. And oh, I'll take the sea and the sun. Oh, heading south's more fun. Oh, I still can't explain it, how 1 foot across that line puts me in a mañana state of mind. Oh, he's south of the border. Now I'm playing guitar in some waterfront bar where the waves come rolling in. A voice in the crowd says, hey, welcome back, Mark. South of the border again. South of the border again. And it feels so good, my friends. Tacos, burritos, muchachas, amigos, and sails out on the wind. South of the border again. It's been too long, now I'm singing this song. 'Cause does them. South of the border. South of the border. South of the border again. Rudy, take us out here. Good spot to be, isn't it, Rudy B?
It is. It really, the sun, I know you can't see up there, but we got blue sky.
We do.
It has been cloudy and cold and rainy back home.
Yeah.
We've had some really cold weather, even, let's don't go outside cold weather.
Even here, too. I got to be honest. It's been that way in San Carlos. It's been uncommonly cold for us for a while, and it's nice because I feel like spring is coming back to us.
Yeah.
At least very, very soon. Hey, Rudy, why don't you play something, whatever you'd like to play us?
Well, I'd like to do one that is probably Beth's favorite song of mine, or at least one of them.
So, Beth, he's going to play one for you.
And
be good to this boy. You might want to offer some ransom.
Yeah, she'll probably give you 10 cents. I hate to say it. You know what? The reason I can't find it is because I'm looking in the wrong place.
Luis?
Hold on a second. Okay. This is just so I don't forget the words, because, nothing worse than singing a song for your sweetheart and you can't remember the words. Well, it was kind of a lark. It's not much more than a shot in the dark. I could have said no right from the start, but just one look, well, it spoke to my heart. There's a house that was sitting on a lake, a pretty shady spot. It couldn't wait. I wanted that, I have to say. And she said yes. Well, she said yes. And now I'm sitting in the shade by the waterside. I really had to say, wow, what a life. Now I'm waving every time a boat goes by. I really started wishing, well, I was that guy. Well, I went to find a boat second hand. I tracked to Dallas, the boatman, I want that new one. Well, I confess. And she said yes. Ah, well, she said yes. It could have been a different tale. She could have said, give it a rest. She could have said, just plain no. But instead, well, she said yes. Well, she said yes. She said yes. And I never would have ever guessed something that caught my eye. Now I can't get it out of my mind. She said yes, she said yes. Well, and I never would have ever guessed. Well, all I had to do was ask, and she said yes. Well, my old car, well, it's too old to get parts, and that's true. Well, it runs pretty good, well, at least it usually starts. I kept a pen on the floor, 'cause everything leaked, and it couldn't be fixed, so I bought a new Jeep. It was out with the old and it was in with the new. A fat new payment, yeah, well, it came with that too. I could have gotten by with something less, but she said yes. Ah, well, she said yes. Well, I know this girl sounds too good to be true, but before all of this, I already knew I asked her if I could fall in love with a girl named Beth, and she said yes. Ah, she said yes. She said yes. And I never would have ever guessed someone who caught my eye. Now I can't get her out of my mind. She said yes. She said yes. Well, and I never would have ever guessed. Well, all I had to do was ask, and she said yes. Well, she said yes. She said yes. Well, she said yes. Beautiful, Mark. Thank you. Beautiful song.
Going out for Beth. We
For
love you,
my
Beth.
sweetie. I love you, Beth.
And Beth sure takes good care of me, too. Thank you, Beth, for letting me trash your property values every time I come to town. All right. Hey, we got to do one for Tom Copeland. Tom, thanks for watching us again up in Coburg, Ontario. And I hope it's getting nice up there. Claudia LeClaire, if you're watching tonight, I know you like this song a lot, too. Somewhere in the Sky.
Yeah, hang on. Where is it? There, no? There it is. I got to get more reading.
Well, it is nice to be somewhere under the sky right now. I love being outdoors for these gigs. And who knows, some of you guys with the weather getting nicer, maybe you're sitting outside barbecuing or something right now.
Yeah.
No, I wonder. But my Arizona friends, is it nice up there today?
Oh, I hope so.
Write to us and let us know. But it
Yeah.
sure is beautiful down here today. So here we go. Somewhere under the sky. All right. Feet dangling, hanging off of the pier. Is this how it looks when God looks into the mirror? A big orange ball that sends into the sea, as brush strokes of fire accentuate the scene. Cooped up within four walls too long. Half the time I hear your voice, it's on a phone. Round and round, running on some hamster wheel. Been so long I've forgotten how it feels to just be somewhere under the sky as the day turns into night. Somewhere under the sky, just you and I, hanging off the edge of a world that somehow would get by if the two of us somehow disappeared somewhere under the sky. Somewhere under the sky. Downtown, the cars are all jammed in a row. Hands on the wheel, ears glued to the phone. Unaware of the show that's going on. As a garage door goes up, garage door goes down. The horizon's on fire, painted in 1,000 shades. Streaks of neon shoot across the bay. Somehow the sea's been hypnotized, while in a split second my soul's been electrified. Electrified. Somewhere under the sky tonight, it's just you and I, hanging off the edge of a world that somehow would get by if the two of us up and disappear somewhere under the sky. Somewhere under the sky. of a world that somehow would get by if the two of us up and disappeared somewhere under the sky. Somewhere under the sky. Somewhere under the sky. Thank you, Tom, for the request on that one. Tom always comes through with such good requests. I appreciate it. Here comes Luis. He's got another good one. What do we got? I don't see anything new on there, Luis. What? Oh, yeah.
Jason,
Okay, yeah. We'll do that one, too. You got it. Jason, we got that coming right up for you in a sec. But you know what? We got to do the theme song.
Oh, yes.
There's a song that you guys hear every week, and Rudy and I had never intended on singing this song together until I think we were up in Washington doing a show, and somebody came up and asked for us to request the theme song from Mulligan's Island. And we looked at each other, we were like, do we don't want to play this together? I mean, we hear it every week. And so we actually pulled it off that day, and I bet you guys, after so many times of hearing the song, I bet you know the words too. Should we give it a shot?
I hope I don't.
All right. Rudy, let's see if we can do it.
1, 2, 3, and...
Oh, I know this song. Take it away, Rudy.
Make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Grab a different beer with a favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. We're leaving bad days of good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. 'Cause it's our kind of people, our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.
You guys sing along out there? Come on.
No place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. 'Cause it's our kind of people, our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.
Come on, guys.
We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.
I know that song. You know, there's something about that song. It sticks in your head, doesn't it? I mean, after these Monday nights and we close out with that show, that song is always in my head. So thank you, Rudy B, for writing that one. And Rudy, of course, always tries to get your pictures in that song. If you didn't see your picture in there on the intro when we did it or on the outro when we played at the end of the show, let us know. Send us a nice picture of you, and we will get you in there.
Well, and Mark, I think everybody knows, but if they don't, every line of that, when I was writing, I thought, the thing that it's going to be the theme song, it's got to have words from all of your songs. So it's pretty much a Mark Mulligan song start to finish.
Isn't that funny? Yeah. In fact, I didn't even realize it at first. The first time I heard the song. And Cheryl says with amazing guitar by Rudy on that one. So thank you, Rudy. Rudy's a big part of the show. In fact, every week he and Beth do their sound check because what you guys hear over Facebook is very different than what we hear here.
Yeah, of course, then Tom has to write in and say, Beth, you did it wrong.
Well, Jason Cunningham is watching us as he always does from Colorado. Hi, Jason. How's it going?
Hey, Jason.
He'd like to hear a song that I co-wrote with Tom Shepard.
Let's do that one.
So let's do this one together. It sure is fun having Rudy B on the show. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Has anybody offered any ransom for Rudy?
Are we up to 10 pesos, please?
I'll go 20 pesos.
We got 20
okay, we have a
pesos.
20 peso
20
offer.
pesos,
Okay. As of right now, he's still playing with me tomorrow night at La Palapa
Meet the hell-
Griega
hey,
until
okay.
I get my $50, my bottle of rum, and a helicopter flight out. With guaranteed safe passage.
I'm up to $1.
Take it.
I'll take it.
Take it. All right, this goes out for Jason. The old man drank a beer every now and then. One day we cracked a couple, just me and him. At 80 years old, all the stories he could tell you about his far-flung friends from France to Venezuela. He said I swing Fosters with Aussies and Guinness in an Irish pub. A Shiner Bach and looking back, and buddy, sure enough, it's all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. It's all the same beer, different can. Our pal Tom Shepard played a tour overseas, singing for all our folks stationed in the Middle East. At the ambassador's home right there in Riyadh, he sang a special song he'd written about his dad. And when the show was over, he was loading up his van. This guy walked up to Tom and stuck out his hand. He said, that song about your father really meant a lot to me, 'cause I just lost mine and you described him perfectly. Now that man had on a white robe, he wore sandals on his feet, he had gutra on his head, and man, it ain't that hard to see. We're all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. Now the old man said, I believe God's gonna get a good laugh when we learn all of us Buds and Millers and Land Sharks and Coors and Corona Extras and yeah, guys, even Pabst are all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. Thank you, Jason, for the request on that one. All right, Rudy B, give us another one of your songs here.
I want to do a little different paced one, if I may.
Go for it.
And this one's pretty new, actually. I don't know if anybody's heard it, but it's called A Place and Time. It goes like this. Wander back on instant replay, poignant moments from long ago, important in their day. Well, it's the times I never spoke, all the times I just stayed still, feelings tearing me apart over some pretty girl. It was just a place and time. Lying awake most every night, wondered what I could have done. Even now, I still don't know. I guess I'm kinda dumb. It was all about growing up. We never thought about growing old. When time stretched out forever and it was moving slow. But 9 to 5 plus some overtime, it barely paid enough. Sometimes just getting by would get a little rough. Letting go of my youth, moving on to something new. Some of what I thought back then, it wasn't really true. It was just a place and a time. Nights driving home, all that time to think alone. A little voice might speak to me just when I needed it most. Sometimes it all worked out, and sometimes not at all. The good and the bad, I got to have it all. Of moments, all they fade to just a few. Those we remember now are those that came true. It was just a place and a time. It was a place and a time. It was just a place and a time. Thank you.
Pretty song, Rudy.
Thank you, Mark.
That's a brand new one. So tell us what you've been working on lately.
You know, I've had a couple that are real different. We had one. We just came back. Beth and I went over to Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand in January, and spent about 3 weeks over there. And we had a really we were on a little riverboat for a little bit of about 6 or 7 days, and they were kind of little, and they just had some small closets, and we'd kind of gotten to know people as we got on board. And later on, after we kind of all put our stuff away and we got back together for some dinner, one of the older ladies that was with us looked around, and she's older than me. That makes her older. She said, I had a funny thing happen in the cabin. I said, well, what happened? She said, well, my sister took those 2 drawers, and then there were 2 drawers over here, and I went to put stuff in that drawer. Well, she said, I was putting my undies in there. And then when I it was the safe, because they put the safe in the drawer, and I thought, well, I need the drawer, so I put my undies in the safe, and I shut the drawer, and it locked on me, and I can't get my undies out. So I've got this brand new song that I'm pretty much finishing up called Grandma Locked Her Undies in the Hotel Safe. And it's going to be a hit, I'm just sure of it. It's quite the story.
Why don't you play it, and I'll make myself a rum and coke while you're doing that.
I think I can do it. Let's see.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this could be a world premiere.
Well, it is.
World premiere only on Mulligan's Island.
Let me see if I can find it. Come on, is it here? H-I. Where is it? G. I found it.
He found it, folks.
Okay.
All right. Thank God for reading glasses in our gigs.
I hope this is the right one.
Yeah, we're the only show that gets canceled because you can't find your glasses.
This just is, sign in, we might have to lose anyway, never mind.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Rudy B. World premiere performance of this song. The pressure's on, Rudy.
All right, here we go. Grandma locked her knickers in the hotel safe. All the drawers were full, she couldn't find another place. She forgot that combination when she put them away. And when she shut the door, she heard that lock engage. No matter what she tried, she couldn't open up the door. Now the only pair of knickers were the ones that she wore. So she went to the front desk and tried to explain how all of her knickers now wound up in the safe. Well, that manager was called, and she told her story again. Well, Grandma turned a lovely red as she explained to him. He said his hands were tied, there was nothing he could do until maintenance arrived with that morning crew. Now knowing she must make her only knickers last, well, she hung them on a towel bar just above the bath, and then she filled that tub with water and she started to get in. Won't you know it? Well, knickers fell in first, and then, well, Grandma, she fell in. Well, her only pair of knickers, they were completely wet, so she hung them up to dry, and then she headed off to bed. In the morning, the maid came to make that room just so, and there was Grandma going commando. Oh, yeah. Well, now she had to hurry before maintenance came by, so she reached for her undies, but you know them, they were not dry. So she hid them out of sight just in the nick of time, 'cause maintenance was knocking, they had just arrived. With a great big mighty heave, well, that safe door opened wide, and out flew Grandma's undies, and much to their surprise, right there on top there was a tiny little pair. And Grandma said out loud, well, what are those doing there? Well, it seems that her niece had snuggled in a pair of naughty little knickers, and they were barely there. Well, the hotel, they all heard Grandma's undies were risque, and now they understood why she locked them in that safe. Well, Grandma locked her knickers in the hotel safe. She really should have put them in a different place. A safe is meant for jewelry, not a knickers drawer. Well, Grandma learned her lesson about what the safe is for. There you go, Grandma's knickers. Yeah, no. So it's the story of that poor lady and her travails the first day on the ship.
Which are now public to the whole world. and will be permanently posted on YouTube.
Well, actually, I mailed her a copy of the song.
All right, lawsuits are pending.
They probably are.
All right, Phyllis and Dennis, it is great that you guys are watching tonight. They are such a fun couple. They were with us just recently here at the bar, and they were on their way back from southern Mexico. They're always off exploring new places. They came to San Carlos for the first time, absolutely loved it. I'm sure they'll be back. Dennis, by the way, is the guy that you saw behind the bar with the "You Should Be Here" sign that kept popping up. And by the way, I watched the replay of part of that show. And I got to tell you, that was probably the most drunken performance ever by a crowd on Guacamole in the bar. If you get a chance to see the final song from a couple weeks ago, I was just falling off my chair laughing at you guys. So anyway, Phyllis and Dennis, thank you very much for requesting this song and for being with us. And this is exactly how Dennis and Phyllis feel about Mexico every time they leave. They just want to turn around and run.
They do.
From a week in paradise, I got used to holding you close every night. As we come down from the clouds and touch the ground, you're squeezing my hand so tight. But a paradise is behind us, where we learned less is really more, and all we needed was each other. Then what are we coming back for? Let's go, Rudy. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free, or just hang out on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. This big old city so full of people, buzzing around like flies, all stressed out in their everyday world, dressed up in their suits and their ties, trying to achieve the next level. With a bonus they can buy that new car or a big house just to keep the family. They think those things are who they are. Sing along with us, guys. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free, or make love on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. You know this part. La 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 la. Rudy wrote this part. La 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 la. You are a lyrical genius. La 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 la. Now we were suffering from a delusion. We could leave all this behind. No choice but collect our baggage. Get ready for that 9-to-5 grind. As we lugged our way to the exit, I could see the question in her eyes. So I answered with a smile. I grabbed her hand. Next plane back to paradise. Right on, girl. Let's turn around and run back to that Mexico sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free, or make love on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around. Come on, let's all run, everybody. Let's turn around and run back to that San Carlos sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free, or just hang out on the beach, Lay around in the sun, smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. Lay around in the sun, smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. Yeah. All right. Well, just a little while ago, our friend Dave here requested a song. And I also want to say hi to Leanne. Leanne wasn't able to join us in person tonight. But Leanne, hope you're doing okay. And we're going to get you back here to the Backyard Bar very soon. But in the meantime, this one goes out for Dave. Okay. All right. And it's a spot that a lot of us are known to hang out in, called Mexico. I can hear the sound of the music coming across that borderline tonight. And I can feel the touch of a young girl gently take my hand underneath the moonlight. Soft refrains on a Spanish guitar carry me away. Our voices calling as I close my eyes. Think I hear her say, Mexico. You've been there on my mind for a long, long time, and I know that I just can't stay away. Mexico, like warm white sand in the palm of my hand, gotta go. Mexico. Been a while, but does she remember? Is she still waiting there for me? Does she ever think about those hot summer nights down by the sea? Distant highways and dusty old roads, you got me crossing the line. Lead me down to where nobody knows. Take me back in time, Mexico. You're the one that I love and I can't get enough, Mexico. But you're another world away, Mexico. Those clear blue skies and big brown eyes gotta go, Mexico. I can feel that wind begin to blow. Every time I hear that sound, I know this is your part, Mexico. You've been there on my mind for a long, long time, and I know that I just can't stay away, Mexico. Like warm white sand in the palm of my hand, gotta go. And I'll be coming back to stay, Mexico. You're the one that I love and I can't get enough, Mexico. But you're another world away, Mexico. Those clear blue skies and big brown eyes gotta go, Mexico. A bad place to hang out. Thank you, Dave. Hold on, message to my studio audience. If anybody needs a blanket,
Yeah, right.
as I talk about the clear blue skies and sunshine,
still
if anybody needs one, Luis will get it for you. All right, and I got a song coming up for Dina here. Hey, Rick, let Luis know what song it is, that if that was a song request you wanted, because he's got Riki Tiki written down, but let me know if you wanted to actually hear a certain song that I know. All right, and I'm going to do one for Dina. She's in our studio audience, too. In fact, Rudy is staying with Tim and Dina. So you better make this good, or you may be sleeping in the street tonight. So it's great to have them here. If you're ever in San Carlos and want to be a part of the studio audience, of course, we'd love to have you. Now, I'm kind of honored because Rudy's going to join me tomorrow night in San Carlos at La Palapa Griega. That's going to be a lot of fun. Then I'm going to bring him north of the border again, get him home. And on Thursday, I'm going to be playing in Sun City West. Now, that sounds like, oh my God, like retirement area. That must be really boring. No, the contrary. My friend Bruce has a really cool backyard. No RSVP required. The address is on my website if you would like to go to that 4 p.m. show on the far west side. It's going to be a lot of fun. Rudy's going to join me for that.
Yep.
Then on Friday night, Rudy is actually hosting me. Tell us about that show, Rudy.
Now, this one's going to be fun. It's in the backyard right by the lake, so we'll be on the water. It's always a fun time.
With
Then we have
heaters?
with heaters. That's true. I've got I think 3 or 4 that we'll sprinkle around through the yard so everybody will stay warm if we need them. And it's going to be a perfect thing. We're setting out some food. I know Beth's making some stuff, and whatever you bring, we'll spread around. And about 5 o'clock, we'll all share some food and find a place to sit. And 6 o'clock, we're going to play some music.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
then upcoming shows, I'll also be in Tucson. That's kind of a little more of a private event on Saturday. But coming up, I'll also be with Rudy doing a show in Sierra Vista for my Sierra Vista friends over there.
that's May,
And
yeah.
around the States, just so you know, boy, the calendar's really filling in. If you go to my website, you'll see shows everywhere from Southern California to Idaho and Washington, Oregon, Reno, Nevada, shows in Florida. So it's lots of fun stuff coming up this summer. Rudy's going to be touring with me, and can't wait. It's going to be some nice scenery up there, and we had such a great time last time
We
on the
did.
Pacific Northwest tour. Can't wait to get back up. All the information for the tour that's filling in quickly is at markmulligan.net. Best is if you just go on there and click the calendar, and you'll see everything. And there still are a couple of open dates left in the summertime, especially if you're up in, let's say, in the Spokane or Coeur d'Alene or that area, looking to fill in the date up there. And we'll make something happen. All right. So Dina here would like to hear a song. And this was, I think Dina knows, written by a friend of ours, Tom Shepard. And Tom is going to be playing
Yeah,
at Rudy's house, what,
The 8th, April 8th. Yeah.
April the 8th?
Yeah.
You host some pretty big shows over there.
We do, and Mike Nash follows Tom. So
Wow.
Yeah, it's decent. So
Well, I love this song that Tom wrote, and I love the message in it. It's about having less stuff so you can do more stuff, and I think so many of us are at that point in life right now where maybe downsizing means you can actually have a better life. And this song just describes it better than I ever could. So thank you, Tom Shepard, for letting me record this one. He walked right in the kitchen, took her hand and said, I gotta talk to you. There's something I've been thinking about, a couple questions I need some answers to. Do we own this house, baby, or does this house own us? And those Harleys in the driveway, they're just collecting dust. One's got a flat. What's wrong with that? Had to buy some big lawn tractor for that yard we had to have. Now the only time we're out there is when we're cutting all that grass. And how cool's a pool we never get to use? But what if we simplify, traded in our super size for something smaller? Spent more time on us and less time on chasing a dollar. Took back our lives. What if you and I simplified? We work so many hours trying to keep all that we have. We could let some of it go and buy our freedom back. Am I insane? Girl, are you game? Now I can't even tell you who we're trying to impress. We could sell one of the bikes and take the other one out west and see San Carlos. Just you and me. What if we simplified, traded in our super size for something smaller? Spent more time on us and less time on chasing a dollar. Took back our lives. What if you and I simplified? Took back our lives. What if you and I simplified? at him real funny. Then she smiled. She said, I'll call up the realtor. You go air up that tire. Thank you. I was just having that discussion with Elsa the other day about getting rid of some of this crap that we never use and giving it to somebody who could use it and having more space. And oh, here comes Elsa. I better stop talking about this because she wasn't as wild about it as I was. So we were just singing a song called Simplify about this couple that gets rid of all the stuff they don't need. Has nothing to do with me, of course.
Mark, she's looking at you, right? You said what we don't need.
Well, Norma, we got yes, we got your song coming up. Oh, Rick would like to hear this one right here.
Fun. That's a great thing.
What time is it right now? How much time do we have here?
38.
All right, we got time for just a couple more songs. Hey, Luis. Who's that one for, by the way? All right. Hey, Rick, it was great seeing you in what was it, Tubac. I did a show in Tubac with Rudy, and it was awesome. We had a really, really fun night. And Rudy went back to Phoenix that night. I was staying the night in Tubac, so I just went around the corner to a bar and wanted to have a place to find a beer. And I walked in. There's Rick Hall and his wife Letty, and they were running the karaoke show there. That's what they do. And we had so much fun. They bought me a couple beers, and Rick got to sing for me for a change. And it was really cool. He was even doing a Kelly McGuire song. Wow. It was really pretty impressive. So, Rick, great job on that. You and Letty just do an awesome show. If you're down in southern Arizona ever and you're looking for a fun night out of karaoke, send me a note, and I'm going to hook you up with Rick, and you're going to have a great time with him down there. So he'd like to hear this next song. Oh, by the way, Rick, you know, you could learn a Mark Mulligan song karaoke. I wouldn't totally complain. A beach chair and a blender, Coronas and copper tone, fresh lobster and coconut shrimp, I can taste it on my tongue. But I wake up from my daydream and the boss is on my case. Something I did sure made him mad. Man, I need a good day real bad. So blame it on the wind chill, or maybe it's the rain. Pull me out of my cubicle and put me on a plane. A latitude adjustment's exactly what I need. No shirt, no shoes required. Someplace warm I can chill out for a while. Like St. Thomas, St. Pedro, or St. Pete's. Hotter than hell is cool with me. St. Carlos or St. Croix, I don't care. Send me down to St. Anywhere. A beach bar in Mexico, a boat down in Police. It's a puddle jump to paradise, the Caribbean or the Keys. I've used up all my sick days, so I'm calling it dead. I could get canned, but I don't care. I've had it up to here, I'm going down there. Where waking up at the crack of noon means the day has just begun. Where the ice in my glass barely lasts till I pour me another one. Where seagulls and pelicans chase the sun across the sky, I'll be watching as some sailboat disappears. Just another day in St. Anywhere. I need a bright and breezy, really lazy day in the tropical sun. So pick a saint and point me toward the sea. my necktie, dream about a Mai Tai. So close your eyes and come along with me, 'cause girl, we ought to be in St. Mark's, St. John's, or St. Bart's. I'm halfway there, wondering where you are. St. Lucia or St. Carlos, I don't care. Send me down to St. Anywhere. They can have St. Paul, I'll take St. Pete. So adios, boss, I'm out of here. Destination St. Anywhere. Catch you there, St. Anywhere. Yeah, not a bad place to be, is it? Thank you, Rick, for the request on that one. All right, well, I think we just have time for, well, here comes a late request from Luis. So I want to remind you, next week, Bobby Soto is going to be joining me on the show. Oh, Mike, I'm going to do this one for you. You bet. So, Mike, I'm hoping you are down here in San Carlos right now. If you are, we'll see you tomorrow night over at La Palapa Griega. This is a nice little romantic song, and I was thinking of this song, of course, as I was up, these last few trips I've made to Phoenix, watching my folks together, because, I think of couples like that. My folks, 65 years married, pretty cool. My grandparents, my mom's parents, 71 years. We got Tim and Dina here, 55 years married now.
Good.
Pretty cool. David Land, you guys have been a long time. 35 years. Oh, you got some catching up to do, my friend. Yeah. Well, good. A lot of love in this crowd, and so this is a song that Mike would like to hear. He's going to dance with Jamie on it. I already know that. And if you feel like dancing this one, hit it. 2, 3. Granddad fell in love with my grandma back in 25. He knew right then she was the one. There they are in black and white. And as I wipe the dust off of that frame, I know that they're together once again. I would have loved to live back when the world didn't spin so fast. Things were different way back then, yet love was made to last. It was more than just some store-bought ring. No, those vows they made meant everything. I want to love you like that, or I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back at a picture hanging up on a wall and remember how it all began when I took your hand and said, I want to love you. I want to love you like that. One day we stood up before God and everyone we knew. I gave my word, you gave your heart, and we softly said, I do, with a promise to live faithfully for not a day less than eternity. So here we are now, me and you, raising 4 kids of our own. We've done the best we can do to make this house into a home. And our kids will meet someone someday. And when they think of us, I hope that they will say, I want to love you like that, or I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back at a picture hanging up on a wall and remember how it all began when I took your hand and said, I want to love you. I love you like that. I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back picture hanging up on a wall, and remember how it all began when I took your hand and said, I want to love you like that. I want to love you like that. I want to love you like that. Thank you, Mike and Jamie, for the request on that one. All right, well, you think that song was mushy. Rudy B and I are going to close it out here with the mushiest song possible. You can't get mushier than guacamole. Guys, I want to thank you for joining us for this tonight. We'll close it out with a fun one here. How about a big round of applause for this guy, Rudy B?
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Rudy, really quickly, tell us about your CDs and how people can get them.
Well, come to a show.
It's a convenient way.
It's the only way. You have to come. I only sell them when I'm at a show. I guess you could write me an email, and if you do, I'll send you something. But yeah, and most of the time it goes for charity, so it's nice if you're there.
Okay.
So.
Well, Rudy, thank you. He's working on a new CD right now, as a matter of fact. Tell us about that one.
I am. I'm working on another instrumental one. The first one I did about, I think it's over 10 years now. It was Places. And I'm working on a new one. I think it's going to be called Candle. And the cover will be done by my mother when she was about 91.
Wow.
And so they had an art class where she was staying, and she took it, and I just thought it was what a great thing that she did.
Well, that's awesome.
So I'm going to make
I
that
didn't
the
know that.
cover, and it's just going to be some really peaceful, nice kind of instrumental music that ought to be just perfect for chilling when you want to relax.
So perhaps this next song would be the perfect fit for it?
I don't think, no, probably
Well,
not.
so you listen to this one, Rudy.
Well-
You tell me if a nice romantic instrumental of this would
I could do that. The one thing about that being mushy is if the avocados are really old.
yes. I'm thinking maybe a symphony version of this one would really work well.
It could. The Boston Pops.
Yes, that would actually be interesting. Okay, is everybody ready to make some guacamole?
We are.
We're going to close out. Hey, I'll tell you what. After this song, if you would like to, Rudy has a new song out that we didn't play tonight, and he put a little video to it also. So maybe what we'll do when we're done with this one, Rudy and I will be done. We'll hop behind the bar and make ourselves a drink. But if you can stick around after this one, if you'd like to see Rudy's newest song, and then
This one's sweet, actually. It's really a sweet song.
So después de esta, vamos a hacer lullaby?
And I actually wrote this one for a couple of young girls that we met. They were really like 3 and 5 or something. And now I have a great grandson. So this one's all about kids, and it's just a real sweet thing called Lullaby. You'll see.
Well, okay, I was going to say, just so you know, he's not talking about the next song. Let's clear that up right now.
Not the next song. The one that fades away. Here we go.
Here we go, folks. What a fun night on Mulligan's Island. Pablo and Anais always do such a great job. Luis, thanks, man. Good job over there. And all of you guys, thanks for keeping this 3-ring circus going. Next week, Bobby Soto joins me. He'll have his fiddle, and we're going to have a good time. I met her at the Mercado. She was buying avocados, and man, she really turned me on. She reached for my pepper, and I grabbed her tomato. I knew it wouldn't take very long. She walked up to La Mesa. She picked up some cerveza, so I picked up some onions and limon. And the way she looked at me, man, I could clearly see that it wouldn't take very long. Look out! Guacamole!
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 We'd be making guacamole all night long. Guacamole!
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 We'd be making guacamole all night long. Take it away, Rudy! Else, I gotta say, if your high school friends could see you now, boy, would they be impressed at what you've done with your life. With the guy that you married. Here we go. She walked up to the line. I fell in right behind. And man, she sure looked good to me. Look out. She reached for her money. I said, wait a minute, honey. I believe this one is on up. We started to back up. We headed on down the road. We went into mi casa. We ate tortillas de masa. And we made guacamole all night. Elsa, ¿dónde estás? Guacamole.
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 We be making guacamole all night long. Guacamole.
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 We were making guacamole all night long. Okay, just you guys take it now. Guacamole.
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 Haciendo guacamole toda la noche.
Toda la noche.
Guacamole.
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 We were making guacamole all night long. See you guys. I'm gonna make some guacamole. Thanks for joining us, Rudy B. Everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, I'll tell you what. If you would like to hear his new song, they're gonna put it on right now. This is Rudy's latest song, Lullaby, and I'll see you guys next week.
A lullaby, something to help you close your eyes. A lullaby, something to say goodnight. A lullaby, for wishing you the sweetest dreams tonight. A lullaby, for rest till the morning light. Rest your head, let your eyes close now. Let your heart be still. Sleep will hold you now. May your dreams be peaceful. May your cares be light. Close your eyes so you can see in your dreams. A lullaby, something to help you close your eyes. A lullaby, something to say goodnight. A lullaby, wishing you the sweetest dreams tonight. A lullaby, rest till morning light. Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the Music Man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. The life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We'd all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the Music Man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.